Winchester Model 94. Pre-64. 32 Winchester Special. And the question is, will it run? Well, we're off to a good start. Hi, George here, and welcome to Tales from Target Suite, where I'll share my perspective on guns and shooting, and we'll spend some time at the range, and every now and then we'll reconvene out in my shop back in Houston, or here at the farm in Louisiana, where I'll build some fun projects, and we'll share an adventure or two that'll make even a grown man smile. And yes, we are here today fulfilling a promise that I made a couple of weeks ago, that as soon as we could get to the range, to the farm, we were going to put some range time on this new to me 1954, I think now, Winchester Model 94 in 32 Winchester Special. And we're going to have some fun today, and we're going to see if it will run. And my definition of that is load data. My definition of that is it going to shoot every time I pull the trigger? And is it going to cycle fairly well and stuff? And so that's my definition of run. But, you know, there is a way that term is used these days. And if you want to see a link, if you want to see a video to Gunsight, the Gunsight Academy, they did a video on how to run a lever action rifle. And it's not really related to what we're doing here, but I did put a link in the description so you can check them out. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you, I've been working on a tactical reload for a lever gun. And I think I perfected it. Check this out. And so needless to say, it took a lot of effort to get that tactical reload on camera. And the reason I did it is because in my last video on the Remington 341, I did a little segment in there where I quickly reassembled that rifle with just the flick of a wrist. And I only got 1 or 2 comments about that. And I worked really hard to make it look like it had gone that way, just like I did this. This is obviously, I didn't reload that way. That was an editing trick. On a serious note, somebody that I have watched quite a bit on YouTube, Kentucky Ballistics, had an accident. And it was just a reminder to me, it was not his fault, and it was a reminder to me that, that what we do is inherently dangerous. Not only can we make a mistake, but so can others, and it can have some pretty significant consequences. And so I am going to put a link to his video where he revealed, I'm not going to troll his video like some are doing online, but I am going to put a link in there if you want to check it out and just see what happened to him. He's very fortunate, and things worked out, but it was a tough video to watch because I have watched him quite a bit, and I know that he went through some trauma there. So anyway, that's all and that's going to kind of be the end of the series. But it was a reminder to me, and I've talked about it with some of my patrons. A reminder to me that when I'm reloading, I need to be totally not distracted, because when you're distracted, that's when you'll put in a double charge, you'll use the wrong powder, the wrong load with the powder that you're using, different things can go wrong. And so it was just a reminder to double down on safety when I'm putting together ammo for the channel. So while I get loaded up again, let me just give you a quick flyover of this beautiful 67-year-old gun, and in case you didn't watch the other video. And we're going to shoot some more of the hard cast bullets. Bust a few of those reactive targets, and then we'll break out a watermelon or 2. Sorry, I was spending quite a bit of time there looking for my brass because it's scarce as hen's teeth for me. I've got 50 rounds of brass to work with, period, at least for the next several weeks. So I really want to find all of my empties. All right, well, let's see if we can't hit some of these reactive targets. And by the way, I've got a new camera downrange, a new slow motion camera, and it might be in harm's way. We'll see, but it's not my personal cell phone. So here we go. See if I can hit that blast soda. So here's what I'm shooting. These are 180 grain cast bullets that I'm getting online, and they're really inexpensive and high quality, coated in kind of a pinkish reddish high-tech coating. And these guys here are downloaded to about 1,450 feet per second. These bullets here are 170 grain Hornady jacketed soft flat point bullets. And I'm using Starline brass. Good to get Starline brass again. But anyway, we've got these downloaded for just fun, and these have really been a joy to shoot. These pack a wallop, and so we're going to save some reactive targets at the end for these hotter loads at 2,150 feet per second for 180 grain or 170 grain bullet. So let's get back to shooting some more. But before we do that, let me just give you guys and girls another look at this, and talk a little bit, because some of you weren't here for that video a couple of weeks ago where I gave some good, real close-up flyovers of this rifle and of one of my cousin's post 64. It was a 1971 model, Winchester Model 94 in 30-30, and it was in pretty rough shape. This one's really, really nice, and I'm glad to have it. And I got it at a fair price, considering what Model 94s, pre-64 Model 94s are going for online these days. This one came at a deep discount, and I'm guessing it's because of the 32 Winchester Special, if I didn't mention that already, because the vast majority of of Model 94s have gone out chambered for 30-30. And we're going to do a future video where we compare the 30-30 and the 32 Winchester Special. We'll compare those two rounds and see how they stack up against one another. The 30-30 is always going to win when it comes to historical support and popularity, but it doesn't hurt us to compare and just see how it relates to what's probably a fading away 32 Winchester Special. So now let's get back down there and shoot some more reactive targets. Okay, here's our last go, and these are the 170 grain 32 Winchester Special Starline brass. These are hand loads, 2,150 feet per second. So that's pushing what the 30-30 federal loads are 2,200 feet per second with a 170 grain bullet, and so this just happens to be a little bit wider diameter. That's the only difference. And so let's see if there's a big difference in the way we address that watermelon and that pineapple. And if you'll stick around for just a couple more minutes, there's going to be a really nice, I know most of you guys won't see it, won't stay, but it's a really nice sunset. I hope you'll stick around and watch that. I'll see you in the next video.